Yo. Hello. How goes it? Oh, let's see. What's up, Bungie? What's up, Storm, Pixlr? How's it going? Yeah, I thought it'd be cool to add the SSX breakbeat thing. Pixlr, that's something that I just made. That's something I made a little while ago and just posted it on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff just for fun. What's up, Brent? How's it going? I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, I have no plans on making that like a full-length song, but it's just like a little breakbeat thing. Maybe when I get around to making my Patreon, I'll make it as like a free download or something like that. Ocean Dark, yeah. Me and Ash have talked about some things in the past. That'd be. I definitely have a lot of like stuff that I think that he would really enjoy. Or I mean, Ash likes my music a lot, but and likewise Ghost. I'm really excited to see that he's on doing some stuff with Anjuna. It's like the absolutely perfect label for his stuff. But what's up when you know what's up? Dude, congrats on the release on Gradient, by the way. I love that shit. I completely drew a blank. Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Me and Ash have talked in the past about doing like an EP. I would definitely love to. I would want to give him some like bonobo style stuff. That I have a handful of things like that, but nothing that's like completely polished and that I would share yet. But yeah, that's definitely something I'm not opposed to doing, and it would be a lot of a fun. I'll have to tell you guys in advance. You have to bear with me. I kind of have a bit of a cold. I got ran down this weekend, having a lot of fun, Halloween party, and went and saw my really good friend Sully absolutely crush it in Grand Rapids at the Bass Country show. That was so sick. And Dion Timmer also did an excellent job. Everyone played a great show. It was fucking awesome. But me being a hermit nowadays, I don't really get out too much, so that was it was a lot of fun, but it was definitely tiring. So yeah, I kind of have a bit of a sore, scratchy throat now, thanks to that. But otherwise, successful weekend, good times, always good seeing the homies and having some fun, you know, having some fun. Let's see, we have some Elon meme for those who caught that real quick. Let's see. Oh, Bungie, thanks for the resub, man. I don't know why I didn't see. That's weird. I didn't see a notification. I didn't hear a notification on my end. That's kind of lame. But yeah, thanks so much for the sub, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. So yeah, we've got some last week's stream was dope. We had a lot of like chiller, more fall vibes stuff, which I really enjoyed. So, or not last week's stream, last month's stream. So I'm interested to see these. We've got some returning residents, and we've got a new track from B-Dan, which I'm really excited to hear. Oh, nice. And when actually just sent me this, so I will have to kick his trash with the ideas there. Very nice. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's been a month. I feel like a month is a pretty good pace for these, though. Just because, like, I know doing feedback once a week, I feel like this is kind of hard for people to like keep up with that and like busy schedules and whatnot. But if if I know I don't announce it like a month in advance, but if I do like a couple weeks out or a week out or say, I feel like that's good enough for people to check it out and do whatever. But yeah, okay. So let's get into it. I don't think this will be too long of a stream, just because like my throat's scratchy and I don't want to wreck my voice. But we do have quite a few submissions to go through, so I will be keeping up with those. Let's see. Oh yeah, I previously opened all of these up, so I will go down the list from left to right. We'll just start again from top to bottom. First track, Winter, Downward. Yeah, let's see. And I believe I did download it. Just gotta 1 second. I gotta hide the secret stuff. I'll switch over to the. I gotta go navigate to the folder that I downloaded all these tracks in. All right, nice. We're good. That's funny. Oh yeah, Elax sliding in the DMs. That's funny. Yeah, we chat all the time. He's a really good friend. And by secret stuff, I mean just, I don't know what I mean. Hidden projects, my samples, you know that shit. All the secret shit. Okay, so let's pull up the ye old Isotope Insight, the retro vibes. My OCD is going to nice. There we go. Let me get the spectrum. All right, dope. So this is Winter. This is Winter Downward. I don't know if we're gonna have a Luffs War today, just because Zin didn't post anything in their group chat. Mortvals, thank you for the follow and welcome. I really like this intro. I'll play it. This is really nice so far, Winter. Really like the progression of everything. And good sound selection. Nice. All right, Winter. I have some notes. I like this idea a lot. I think you could consolidate a lot of it, though. I also noticed that when said, yeah, I think I think you could do with like a more like, because I'm pretty sure the low end's like just the kick. Am I right? I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure the low end is mostly just the kick. Yeah. Like, okay, you can kind of hear it here, like the synth sub. But yeah, I think you could have some more things going on in the low end to make it a bit more interesting. Intro's a bit too long in my opinion. You could probably shorten that a bit, maybe like 24 bars or something. And I also thought that like this drop kind of dragged on for a bit. Like, yeah, I just think some parts of the song drag on for a bit. That's really it, honestly. Makes a solid, plenty loud, I would say, for this type of track. Yeah, but I think this would really be great if you just consolidated some of the ideas. Like, particularly in the second drop, you could probably get away with doing like, dropping into like this off of this. Just going straight into this. Like, honestly, just get rid of this minute. And then, because that kind of like helps carry the momentum of the track. Yeah, I mean, then everything else from there I feel like would be solid. That'd shave a minute off, and like, yeah, I think that would help with the track flow. I think you could, yeah, basically try and consolidate some of the arrangement in the song, and I think you would have a great song. Yeah, that's really my critique. And then a dedicated sub for your synths, just so that there's some more movement in the low end. But otherwise, I think it sounds great, dude. Thank you for sharing. I enjoyed that. I really like the synths and the atmosphere of this song too. All right, let's see. That checks that one out. Please slow down. All right. No thanks, SoundCloud. What's going on? Okay. Okay, next up is Jaco. Is Jaco here? I didn't see him in the chat earlier. But Jaco, if you're here, if you're not here, I'm going over your track, Midnight Highway. Let's see. Also, I don't know if anyone noticed this, but when I was playing that song, I had this weird bug in Ableton where the top thing was not matching up with the, it wasn't matching up with like where it was in the playback wise. Very weird. But yeah, okay. And then also later in the stream, there's another winter track that he posted, but I'm just gonna go top down. So up next, Jaco, Midnight Highway, and hopefully my Ableton bug is fixed. Synthwave vibes for this. The vocals are great. All the drum selection and the drums and synths for this are like really match really well. And look at that right here. We get that nice sub kick to sub bass ratio. Love it. Who, yeah, Jacob, that was great, dude. I really like this. Those vocals match really well. Nice vocal chops. Mix overall is really good. It's just, I think, honestly, you could probably just master this and it would be money. It could be a little louder, as you got quite a bit of headroom going on here. But, you know, nowadays we like our songs sausaged. So, yeah, I mean, other than that, I really don't have any complaints. My only complaint was, I think these synths right here in this section, like, you could probably layer like another super saw or some like brighter keys on top of this to really give it more punch. Because like you have this nice synth fill and you kind of like you know, the synths kind of disappear during that fill, which is perfect. And then what I would really like to hear is have the synths be super bright, like some, you know, Porter Robinson language style, you know, big ta-da type deal. I can't really say that I'm too big a fan of like the house section, not gonna lie, but I mean, yeah, otherwise I really like this, dude. This is sick. I feel like your stuff has gotten better over the feedback sessions, which is really cool to see. That's definitely one of my favorite things about doing these, is like seeing how you guys all progress in your production abilities over the course of the streams. Okay, so Jaco Midnight Highway, that was a banger. Now also Jaco Bliss Update is the next one. I need to throw these on the track itself because I keep clicking out of it. All right. These chords are really nice. I like the female vocals a lot better than the male vocals. I really like this piano too. Some great synth work. I really like this. Very nice, Jaco. That was sick. So, my critique, my feedback is, I'm not really sold on the drums. I think the songwriting itself is really, really good. I love the chords. I love all the synths and the piano and everything. It sounds great. I really like the. I'm not sold on the male vocals. Maybe you could process them so they sound like a little less thin or something. But yeah, I'm not sold on the male vocals. But I think the female vocals, like her parts, really fit well with what you've written here. Yeah, I think song structure wise, it's good. It's not too long. Progresses nicely, and yeah, the kick is a bit too boxy for me. I think the main thing that you could work on with this is mixing those drums. Maybe just switching out the samples, or yeah, that's my biggest qualm is the drums for this. The clap's pretty good, but yeah, that kick is not doing it for me. But everything else is fucking awesome. I like it a lot. Thank you, dude. Fun fact: Jaco plays piano and is very good at it. Okay, so that was dope. Thank you as always, Jaco. Next up, we got Pixlr, which last time we did this, sent in some pretty sick, honestly kind of like Black Gummy sounding stuff, which I was very impressed with. The chill track that he posted was super dope. All right, so Pixlr Vortex. Wait, is that the one that was corresponding with? Yeah, Pixlr Vortex. Okay. Turning your sub down. Sub's too hot. That's it. Ooh, this is sick. The C-Bass. Thank you for the follow and welcome. I just have to pause real quick and say that percussion, that really wide, like kind of, I don't know, marble going around a bowl type sound is really, really sick. Excellent, dude, this is a great break. Really liking this. Not gonna lie, I'm not totally sold on how it comes back in, but this is a really sick drop. And that vocal hit is money. feel like it's really hard to get that to get the perfect ride sample for this sort of thing, but yeah, it's an expensive sounding ride sample. Pixlr headlining the next warehouse. Banger. That was sick, man. I really like this one. Great job. Yeah, Xander, was just about to say I agree with you. I'm not the biggest fan of that clap that comes in. I think you could probably swap the sample and go for something a bit more subtle. Or like kind of like snappy-ish. But yeah, great break. My biggest feedback is sub's too hot. I had to drop it like 4 dB, which is quite a bit. Yeah, so lower the sub and kick, or lower the sub on your kick and sub. Do that. I think the other thing that I was kind of thinking about was I don't know. I don't know if it's like the key change or something like that, but it just how the plucky bass comes back in right here with all the synths going on top of it doesn't really. I don't know. It doesn't connect with me too well. I think maybe you could honestly just like do like a big reverb wash of all these elements and kind of do like a white noise riser or something like that. Still have the kind of like that panned effect and that little dusty snare hit, and then just go back into the bass. I don't think you really need to tease the plucks. It might help it flow better, but that, like, when the plucks came in during this break transition, it kind of took me out of it. Otherwise, I was fully invested. Yeah, I think I would say that is about it for that. That was dope, dude. Thank you. Thanks for sending that. Let's see. Wait a second, I'm trying to think. Was there something else that I was going to say? Oh, yeah. This is what I was going to say also. So if you have, I noticed this pluck in the sub, or this plucky thing. If you have isotope ozone or like imaging or something like this, you can do. I do this sometimes, and you know it may not sound exactly the way you want, but you know it sounds fine the way it is. But me being a perfectionist, I would do this. So you've got your intro sub, right? If you if you uncheck this unlocks both left and right channels, and so you can should I do it on the input? Then you can lower the volume of the right channel, so it's like right in the center, and just do that at the beginning of the plucky. Do that at the beginning of like the audio chain or whatever you have on this like main bass line, and you're golden. I know there's some like old Deadmau5 tracks where his kick is like panned to the left a little bit. What a troll. But it still sounds good. But yeah. If people are standing to the right of you in the club while they're listening to this, they're going to get more bass than the people on the left side. But yeah, otherwise, dude, great job. I like that a lot. Next up is Vortex by Pixlr. Man, wait, no, not Vortex by Pixlr. Lunar by Pixlr. Okay. Yeah, people on the right side of the system get the VIP. They get the people on the right side get the Twitch Prime. Okay, dope. So next up is another one by Pixlr. This one's called Lunar. This is cool. Yeah, yes, Bungie, I agree. I like that bell sounding pluck. Really cool atmosphere with this one. Not sure if the drop sound that was introduced on this really fits over the top of the rest, but that's just my opinion. I really like the clap on this. Yeah, see, I feel like right here it sounds fine, but when that like kind of lead sound is on top, I think they clash. Hell yeah. I really like this eerie thing right here. That's cool. Dude, great job, honestly. My only complaints were that I thought the kind of the pluck lead and that new element were a bit clashing when they first dropped, but I don't know. I would pick one or the other to feature in the second half. That's what I would say. But yeah, I like this a lot. This is really cool. I like the reoccurring theme of your music has the really like the atmosphere is really really nicely tied together. And I think mix wise, you could probably have the sub on your kick could probably cut through a bit better. But otherwise, good job. All right, that was Lunar by Pixlr. Next up is Bungie with Once Upon a Time, Once a Time. Very nice. Over top everything. I like that. Big chill vibes. I like this a lot, dude. I'm not sold on that snare bill. Nice one, Storm. Talk about a soundscape, man. That is awesome. Great job on that, dude. I really like, honestly, I think this would happen in one of your other songs that you submitted, but I like, maybe I said my favorite part was the outro or something, but like, I really, really like this. I could just loop that, honestly. I love how the synth is being filtered away there. Yeah, that is super nice. The saxophone is really cool too. Dude, yeah, I like the experimentation. I think it sounds great. The mix, obviously you could work on the mix a bit to make some of those things really hit. I'm not too sold on the kick, honestly. The kick and the sub, like the sub bass sounds good for me, but I think, in my opinion, I think the kick's a bit boxy. You could probably take some. I don't know. I would, if it were me, I would try a different kick sample. But with everything else is really good. Great melody, great songwriting. All the atmospheres in this, like the soundscapes that you have in this are really, really pretty. And yeah, I can definitely tell you spent a lot of time on this, because this is definitely a song that you don't just like slap together. There's everything has yeah, maybe a tweak, maybe making sure everything's like in phase and whatever. That can be a kind of a that can be a point of conflict, I suppose. Yeah, I could see that too, Xander. Yeah, you could. I guess maybe, I don't know if you like low cut the ARP, but you could probably add back some of those low mids that you cut out if you did that. But otherwise, awesome job on this, dude. Thanks for sharing this. The intro is cool too. Like, honestly, I really wasn't like too sure at all like what was gonna happen when the intro was playing. But yeah, I really like the progression of everything. Through second listen, yeah, the intro is cool. And the bird sounds, and yeah, great job on this, man. All right, before we get to the next one, I'm gonna take a quick pee break, but I will load up Bungie Imagine for the next one. And yeah, I will be back momentarily. Just give me a second. There we go. Should be able to hear me now. All right. Okay, so next up, Bungie Imagine. Okay, real quick, I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the kick, but the sound, like, this intro is really nice. I like all of the elements and well, not all the elements. I love the sounds and the synths and the ARPs, like the soundscapes, as you were saying. I do think there are a couple, like, for the most part, the sub bass is like good, but there's a couple times where it switches up where it doesn't really sound like it's in key to me. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bungie. I'm not a fan of the kick drums, I guess. For this song, I feel like a softer, thuddier one would do a bit better, in my personal opinion. Also, Feelings Mutual, I like that username. Welcome, and thank you for the follow. Rumor has it Bungie's got a mutual friendship going on with Kenny G, and he gets him. That's his like saxophone plug, in case you didn't know. Ooh, I really like that vocals right there. Again, Bungie with the really sick outro, man. Come on. I really, really like that outro. Yeah, I think this idea has a lot of potential. I would hope you keep working on this. Yeah, like I said, my main complaint's the kick. I think let me see if I can find like an actual timestamp for where the sub kind of throws me off. Right here. And then here it's fine. But like this section. Yeah, right there sounds like a little out of key for me. And then that same phrase I think happens during like this drop. Oh, literally right here where I clicked. But I think if you keep the other sub, so everything else sounds great. Also, let me see. I think if you took like a kick, like here's something that I do all the time with like, all right, this is a really quick Keetz kick lesson. Let's go into Ye Old Vengeance samples. And we take no, wait, fuck. Okay, something like that. And let's see, where is this hitting? This is how I like figure out how my kicks are in the right key or whatever. So this kick fundamental is hitting at A, and honestly for a lot of like music nowadays that's pretty like high up there in terms of like sub frequency. So what I usually do will just like play it at a lower, like D is pretty good. Honestly think this kick sounds better at D as opposed to, wait. Yeah, and you can do something really simple like that just by putting it in the fader in the sampler, throw a saturator on it, turn it down a little bit, and cool. Kick sounds good. A lot of the times, like you really don't need to layer kicks too much. You just got to find like a good sample that fits in the context of everything else that you're doing. Kenny G confirmed saxophone solo, by the way. But thanks for sending that, Bungie. That was great. I like that a lot. Yeah, really what I said about the kick and that little sub line, everything else. I would really like to hear this. You should send this back in another feedback stream when you got those things worked out. I'd like to hear like a more polished version. Let's see. Imagine Winter back again. Let's see. Winter ID V2. Is Winter still there? Winter, we're playing your second track. not sold on that collab, but this drop is dope. Intro is really good. That's a saucy kick drum. Thanks for sharing that, Winter. That was dope. I think when you know, also, I would agree with what he said. A little more variation in that. I think the bass sounds dope. The sub's a little too hot. You could turn that down. But otherwise, it's a really good mix. I think you could just have a little more variation in like the intro and during the drop. That's about it, honestly. One thing that I like to do, which I think helps me helps me come up with like more variations and stuff for songs is just like render out that bass line into like one audio track and then just do a bunch of new like post-processing on that same sample. And you'll come up with a lot of like cooler, different ideas that aren't like too far from the tree. And I feel like that's instead of like opening up Serum and doing something completely new and trying to have it like sound close, you save yourself a lot of that hassle by like resampling what you already made. But yeah, turn down the sub a little bit. I think that bass line is a little harsh in like the higher frequencies. So if you've got Soothe, it's a really nice plugin. I might try putting that on that and like kind of notching out some of those higher frequencies. But otherwise, dude, great song. Good mix for the most part. Just turn down the sub. And yeah, thanks for sharing, dude. Appreciate it. That was a chonker. Grant B's featuring Brent G's. Not really, but Brent G is up next with Arbiter. If I can find it. There we go. Keeping it under 3 minutes. That's not a rule. It does not have to be under 3 minutes. All right. If anything you want over 3 minutes, you're ready. Yeah, that's true. All right. Brent G, Arbiter. Oh, okay, all right. I was definitely not expecting that. That's sick. Oh, that is okay. I need to hear that again. This sound right here is fucking awesome. There you go. You're Brent. If you want to be a tear out rhythm producer, just yeah, put your fucking hands up. You're about to destroy the rail. So, guys, making rhythm is easy, honestly. There's only one key, and yeah. Honestly, Xander, yeah, the whole drop is just that, with some white noise and crowd chants in the background. Hey, this is some fucking dope sound design, dude. I like this a lot. This is really cool. My favorite thing about this is that I would have 100% never expected it to go into this. And I think, like, you'll win a lot of people over doing stuff like that. The arp over this is really nice. Well done. Dude, that was sick. Hell yeah, dude. What is it? There's an emote I think I got. It's like the Keetz beats. It's my logo on some beats, but yeah, well deserved, dude. Beats for Brent G's, or for, wait, what's his name again? It's it's Grant B's, Brent G's. That's a fucking tongue twister. Grant B's, Brent G's, Arbiter. nice. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if the drop really did it for me, but I really like this sound. Great work on that, dude. You're what is it? All right, this is my last rhythm joke. Yeah, you're only one bar away from being a rhythm producer. But fuck yeah, this was really cool. My favorite part is definitely how this intro, and then it just goes into this weird shit, which I really like. Kind of reminds me of like some old Feed Me stuff. All right, another song by Grant B's, Planet Reach. This is really pretty. Thank you for the follow and welcome. Brad, this is a fucking awesome intro. I love this lead. Not gonna lie, I wanted the kick to hit a bit harder, but this is really nice. Drop too. Brent, fucking awesome job on this, dude. This is sweet. Just want that kick to hit a bit harder. That's my critique. give it a little tail outro or whatever so it doesn't just end abruptly. But yeah, dude, this is awesome. My favorite part is definitely this break right here. Listen to this again. That reversed looped vocal in the background is money. We could probably turn that up a little bit. Yeah, super nice, man. And part of me thinks that, like, so you basically have this looped ARP, playing throughout the entire song, except in the outro and in the very beginning of the intro. I would almost like encourage you to find an arrangement which would allow you to have, like, I don't know, maybe like keep the bass line or something like that, or kind of do something similar to what you did here, where it's kind of just like, has something like that going. Or honestly, just put a dedicated sub on this and have it drop into that maybe. Just because, like, I don't want to say that the ARP or the lead is getting tiring, but it kind of, like, it's so good in the intro, but then you repeat it all throughout the rest of the song, and I almost want to say it, like, it kind of loses its luster that way. Yeah, like, not completely overkill, but close. And just me being picky, I'm gonna put it into the almost overkill category. But otherwise, dude, fantastic work. This is sick. I really like this. We got two bangers from Grant B's, Brent G's. I love saying that. It's too much fun. Okay, thank you for those, man. I appreciate that a lot. Next up, The Plant, Dub 3. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. All right, Plant, I Made It Better chat. I like Plant's song titles because they're always talking to the the chat. So many times when Plant sends a song, it'll be like, new ID chat or check this out chat. It's kind of funny. I like it. All right, Plant, I haven't seen you in the chat today, but yeah, if you're catching the feedback or catching the rerun, here's your song, Plant, I Made It Better chat. I'm going to turn this up a bit. this outro a lot. This is really nice. So, aside from the mix issues that I hear in this, I think this is a good idea. I like the chord progressions. There are a couple spots where I think you could iron out or switch some notes up, particularly This is fine. Right here, I'm not sure about that like lower chord. To me, it sounds like, I don't know if out of key is the right word, but like, I don't know. I don't really think it fits too well. The Animus Project, thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Xander, this limiter is a Newfangled Elevate. It's part of their bundle that I got. Yes, this is my limiter of choice. It's pretty fancy. It does some really fancy things, and you can make more loud bass fat pretty easy with this. Yeah. I use a couple different limiters when I'm mastering, but this is definitely the one that's like doing the most work. And yeah, also Plant. I just did like a really quick like limiter beef up your song for the stream. I think also one thing that this song would really greatly benefit from would be taking the kick in this is kind of like, I like the tone of the kick, but the low end is like weird. It's like really thuddy. There isn't like a clear fundamental for the low end on the kick. So I would either try, maybe you could probably keep the top end of the kick and then find a better sub fundamental layer or something like that. Yeah, that just some like mix issues here, but I think the idea behind this is pretty cool. Oh yeah, the AOM invisible limiter. I've used that a long time ago, but I haven't used that in a really long time. I know that one was like really popular a while ago, but if you're looking to buy a limiter, I would 100% invest in this Newfangled Audio Elevate bundle. It's really, really good. And also, for the same price of some other limiters, you get the bundle, you get this all-in-one, and then each of these, like, you get an EQ, you get a transient designer, and you get a clipper as like 3 separate standalone plugins, which is really nice. But yeah, Newfangled Elevate is the name of it. But yeah, Plan. I think this has got some good potential. Just like I said, at the end of each phrase, I'm not really set on one of the chord, the way one of the chords like lands. I think we're like right. That one. But otherwise, Plant always is posting really good prog house works in progress. This is an ID now better 2EQ 2 Plant is the next one. I just want to turn it up a little bit for the stream. Okay, I've mentioned this previously because I recognize this one from when you posted it back a while ago, but I really like, I know it's a creative decision, and I've said this before, but that hi-hat really bothers me because it's like not, it's offbeat. I like the chords a lot. Like the chord progression for this is really, really nice. And the drum, the kick, the drums in this one are I like a lot better than the last track. This is a really nice lead. Turn the sub down a little bit. I really like this progression here. This is nice. I think during this break you could also trim the sub a little bit because the sub right now during this break is just as loud during the drops, and it'd be a nice kind of like refresher for the listener to like kind of have things quiet. I don't want to say like quiet down, but like, you know, dynamic difference between the drops and the break. I like the lower, I like playing that lead in the lower register. It sounds just as good as when it's up high. I like this a lot. Yeah, this would be good Rocket League music. I'm so bad at Rocket League. Rocket League and basketball are the two things that Keetz you'll never see me doing. I like kind of like the paper crunchy folding percussion in this too. See here, your hi-hat. I like it here. I like how the hi-hat sounds here, but I don't like how the hi-hat sounds in the intro progression. Ooh, that's a nice delayed clap. Nice outro. Nice. I like that. I like this. Of the two you sent, this is definitely my favorite. That intro hat, not a fan. Lower the sub a little bit on the drops, and then also like during the breaks, you could probably cut the sub out even more, in my opinion. And I feel like at some point in the song, I'd like to hear the filters on the plucks open up. Oh, dub 3. That's my bad. I still got to, Storm can hit you with a Discord link if you want to try and send something in. Okay, perfect. Nice. Yeah, we got to get the bot going. I remember I tried doing that last month on stream, and I couldn't navigate it. I was inept with my abilities to do that live. But yeah, if you want to shoot something over, I can download it real quick and check it out at the end. Next up, B-Dan. B-Dan, the man with a plan, and it's a FLAC file. Is this going to work? Okay, good. I only deal in waves and MP3s. That's why I ask about the FLAC file. I know FLAC is also lossless, but I don't know if, I'm not familiar if FLAC is like, I think it's like AIF is a Mac proprietary file, and FLAC is maybe like, FLAC's like OG, I think. I don't know. And no, you won't, Storm. Never. Not a chance. All right, dope. Yeah, B-Dan, if you're in the chat or not, this is your track Negative Time. Oh, actually, I think you might be right about that M4A. Oh, I like this intro. This is cool. B-Dan, that plucky thing you have over this drop is really, really cool. It's like a puzzle pieces, and I don't even know. It's almost like a xylophone, but definitely not. Vengeance, Impact. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, Animus, if you want to send us something, we normally do like electronic music, or well, I usually I make like house and techno, and yeah, most of the time we're reviewing like house and electro stuff, but yeah, I'm open to listening to anything. Our buddy Jaco, who I reviewed earlier in the stream, he does everything from like hip hop stuff to kind of like some drum and bass here and there too. But yeah, feel free to send over whatever you want if you think it. Yeah, I would like to hear it. Send both. I'll check out both. I like drum and bass. I saw Noisia before the pandemic. It was awesome. Oh, this is nice. I really like that. That was sick. Yeah, this is really dope. Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like some kind of mallet instrument. Oh, that is a nice additional harmony to that melody. All right, B-Dan. This is a banger. I know you're not in here right now, but yeah, I like this a lot. I think the idea itself is really, really solid. It just need to like kind of level up some of the sound design. Not necessarily in the plucks. I do like the classic square bass though on this, so maybe I'm just talking out my ass, but mix could use some work, a little bit of polishing, but no complaints, I would say. The progression of everything's really nice. It doesn't get stale in any parts. Great work on this, dude. Thank you for sending this in. I really, really like the, where is it? I like this part a lot. The plucks in the background and the low pass sub. I'm a sucker for shit like that. And that plucky melody lead harp thing is really, really solid. Dope. Thank you, dude, for sending that in. I like that a lot. I am gonna go a little bit faster on these last couple ones because I am okay. Nice. We did get some stuff from Animus and Dub. So yeah, I am gonna go a little bit faster on these because I'm starting to get pretty tired. My cold is starting to kick in pretty hard. But I won't be rushing anything. I'll just try and save my voice as much as I can. Unhallowed Storm with a heavy techno banger. Let's see. Unhallowed Whip. All right, before this starts, I am going to go to the bathroom one more time. These flavored sparkling waters are going through me, but I got to keep the liquids up. Yeah, real quick, BRB, and I'll be back momentarily. with the cough drop. Let me check on the chat. Bungie, thank you so much for doing these streams. Dude, yeah, thank you for sending me all this stuff. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of... I mean, honestly, I'm really stoked at the, like, music you guys send me. I think it's all, like, good. Like, it's, I really don't get anything that's, like... I mean, I've had some troll songs here and there, but, like, I really don't think anyone has ever sent me anything that's just, like, straight up bad. Which, proud of my fans for having a good taste in music, you know what I'm saying? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Let's see. Xander, never have any fun on the weekends. That will change tonight when you're my bad mix. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, honestly, if you guys want to send me some like meme shit, I would love to review it. Nice, Animus, that sounds fun. That's what I did last weekend, and now I'm paying the price. Alright. Alright. Okay, Storm, Unhallowed, Whip. Sub, too hot. Oh, wait. No, sub's not hot. I just had the limiter on. My bad. Okay. I really like that synth work. Thank you, Bungie. I love this hook. And this like drone that's coming in, very nice. Right here, I really only wanted to hear the synths and the kick. No clap. Bring the clap in after 16 bars. Storm, that was awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I really, really like that. I love the hook. That melodic hook. We like our melodic techno on this channel, and that was a banger. I really like this this melody here. My favorite part is definitely this break and like build into this. However, I really would like to hear just chords and kick and sub going back into the second drop. I would really like that. Also, I do have a creative suggestion or break idea here for this part. I think you could start like, so this is going, right? And then instead of going into this one, wait. Yeah, you go like kind of have this play out a little bit. And then boom, impact, maybe like 4 bars, like and then go into this guy. Have that play. Have this drone come in, and then right here, some like super massive Tiesto style super saws, you know, boo-doo, doo-doo, you know, just huge, like clip the shit out of your master loud, and then go back into like only have them play twice in the whole song. That's it. And then go back into this build, you know, and then just then just drop back into it. But dude, yeah, this is really sick. I like this a lot. Great job, Storm, bringing the storm on this one. Boo, bad pun. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, dope. That was fucking sick, dude. Okay, next, the man, the myth, the legend, When You Know, with Nail Meat Hammer. I really like the title of that. Where is it? I downloaded this, did I not? How come I can't see this? My brain isn't working. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we download real quick. Anjuna Beat, Anjuna Heat. Dub 3 and Animus. Since this is the first time I'm seeing you guys chilling in the chat, I'm just curious, are you guys nomad wanderers, or are you familiar with my music, or yeah, what's good? Nice, I like that. Just arrived today, the cold winds blew me in. Poetic. Nice. Yeah, When You Know's got the Anjuna. Yeah, he's the banger. He's got the bangers. He's the banger. He's got the bangers. He's got that really dope Matt Zoe remix, or remix for Matt Zoe, I should say. Cool. Well, dope. Yeah, When You Know, Nail Meat Hammer. I like that title a lot. Let's hope I like the song just as much. Ooh. flows flawlessly, dude. Thank you for sending this. This is awesome. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, I don't really have any critiques on that. Really, maybe the only one would be, I mean, I know it's a rough idea, but just polish up the mix a bit. Some more loud, fat bass. Yeah, I really, really like how everything flows. I think all of the, like, none of the sections are playing for too long. Yeah, dude, everything flows so good. Oh, you got an ad? Oh, man, dude. I hope you didn't get an ad while I was reviewing your song. That's whack. I swear to God, I'm not like actively. I have an option to run ads, but I have a button to watch an ad or to make you guys watch an ad, but I'm certainly not clicking on anything. That sucks. I wonder if your page like refreshed or something like that. But dude, yeah, this is fucking great, man. Thank you for sending this. I know you said it's a rough idea, but I think mix wise and everything like that, you could just, you know, spend a day or 2 or 3 like sweating the mix and it'd be great. I love all the sound design. Like I was saying, I think everything flows seamlessly. Like nothing gets stale with the arrangement that you have so far, and I really like that. I was honestly surprised to see that this song is under 3 minutes long so far. So maybe just do like one more break and build up, and then go into like a, you know, last drop outro type beat. But yeah. Oh, Plant, you're late. But yes, Plant, thank you for sending both of those. I really enjoyed the second one that you sent. But yeah, you can scroll back in the VOD after this is over and check that out. Also, wait, I have to attend to, where is it? Dub3 was checking out some of my stuff. Thank you. Sense the Mouse, yes. Dead Mouse, definitely big influence of mine. I'm glad you like Royal. That's one of my favorite proggy dark house bangers. I'm a big fan of that one. Yes, I would agree. Dub 3 with the real talk. Also, Dub 3. This is also a shameless plug right here, but if you enjoy my music, I would highly suggest you checking out the what is it called? Wait a second. I think I hit the wrong button for my. I did. One moment. I butchered it. Damn it. I was going to do the face close-up zoom thing, but I accidentally hit the break button, so I fucked that up. But anyway, if you enjoy my music, I would highly suggest you checking out my North Coast mix. I played North Coast in Chicago this September, and it was a lot of fun, and I re-uploaded my set. So if you like some of my music, I would highly suggest you checking that out, and my unofficial remix of When the Summer Dies by Dead Mouse. Okay, shameless plug over. Also, the main reason I brought that up, Dub 3, was because you said that you really enjoyed. You said you liked Royal, and in the North Coast mix, I found a. Whenever I play Royal live, I layer it up with Breach or Jack by Breach, and that vocal is like perfect. In the same key as my track, same thing. And yeah, whenever I play Royal live, I do that mashup. It works great. Dub 3, actually, yes, I've had several releases on Mousetrap. I did an EP in 2020. Did a couple others on the Electromag thing. Yeah, if you go through my Spotify, dude, you'll hear some of my shit. I haven't had a release in Mousetrap since last year. This year pretty busy, but I've still been rolling out the content, if you'll say, or at least trying to. I'm a one-man show. Okay. Also, when you know kick was certainly not trash, I really didn't have any problems with the kick. I just read that comment. Working with Mousetrap was definitely a dream come true. I've always aspired to like work with that label. It was my first time working with like a bigger label too, so that was super cool. My only complaint with Mousetrap is that I wish that I could release every song on Mousetrap. Alrighty. Animus Project, first time demo, first time watcher, first time demo listener. No, actually, so here's the cool thing about working with Mousetrap and typically with a lot of labels, and I've had some people, I will address this. I've had some people wonder, it's like, oh, is he still signed with Mousetrap? You know, what's going on? It's just like, no, most of the time, in 99.9% of cases when you're working with a label, it's just going to be off of like a track by track basis. So it's like, if you send them something and they like it, you know, cool. They'll work with you, and you'll work with them to put it out there. But, you know, I'm not like exclusively signed to a label. There are some people that do those exclusive contracts where you're like, you know, hey, for the next 3-4 years, you're only, you know, you're guaranteed this many releases, but, you know, you're only working with us. There's a lot of pros and cons to doing that. Obviously, you have a safe spot for like 3-4 years, but then if it's like, you know, if you aren't writing music or you're not able to keep up, you know, it's tough. It can be a double-edged sword, you know. I would say, personally, I would advocate it's better to keep yourself open to other possibilities that open up, you know, so that you're not stuck in one boat for too long. Okay. Yeah, when, you know, I'm in the same boat. I mean, I'm working on, like, I've got a big batch of unreleased stuff that I will compile and send to Mousetrap in the next few months. Let's see if we can get something working for 2023. But if not, that's no big deal. I will, you know, just release it anyway, I guess. Because I've got you guys that are interested in the music already. Okay, so Animus Project, Let It Burn. And I would also stress that, like, working with a label isn't like an end-all be-all. Like, yeah, it helps with the boost. You know, it's definitely a boost to, like, get your music out there to more people, but, like, I don't know, it's not the deal breaker it used to be. Yeah, this is really sick so far. I'm really enjoying this.
Like a cigarette smoke till it's in my head, take it on. Yeah, I'ma light it up just like a cigarette smoke till it's in my head, take the bank away.
This is a fire intro. Thank you for sending this. This is dope. This would be a great track for snowboarding. Oh, that art is really tasteful. Dean Ford. Yeah, D&D board, nice. This is fucking sick, dude. I am a big fan of this. That harp is very, very nice. All right, Animus Project. I should have known you had fire drum and bass just from your username. That was awesome, dude. Thank you so much for sending that. What acapella is that? I really like it. It almost sounds like Ariana Grande, but I don't want to like jump to any conclusions. My critique, my feedback would be I think everything flows really well. I would like to have I want like the drop to hit harder. Like I like how it's kind of I like how it's not super in your face, but I think maybe you could, I don't know, maybe it's in like the master or something, but like I kind of want more low end out of the mix. Yeah, because like your low end currently is it's your kick's got a nice thud to it, and the sub bass is completely independent. I'm just gonna throw like my limiter on here real quick. Yeah, I think it's close. So like when I'm just listening, like if I was to master this and I would to like give you mixed feedback, I would say I think you could try to work out some ways in the mix to give more elements like a more defined space, because like everything is like really wide, and so since everything's really wide, it's all kind of just like there. But like, man, I mean, I really like this idea, so I don't want like it's I don't know how to say it. I guess it's like, or maybe I just can't find the words to, but this is fucking great. I like this a lot. I think my complaint's just like in the mix. I don't know. I kind of want it to like hit a little bit harder. That's really it. That's what I'm trying to say. No shit, that's just a splice vocal. That's sick. Keetz, can you play my whip mix to before the remix? Yeah. I got you. I want to listen to this intro one more time. Yeah, Animus Project, thank you for sending this again.
So I'ma light it up just like a cigarette smoke till it's in my head, breaking on. Yeah, I'ma light it up just like a cigarette.
I really like those vocal pitch downs. Sounds really good.
Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn.
Yeah, great work on that, dude. All right, next up is Dub 3, Melancholy Smile. All right, well, that's downloading. I'm going to grab a sparkling water real quick. Dude, you've been making music for 3 years and you're coming up with that? Awesome. Keep doing it, please. And feel free to keep sending whips and stuff in the Discord too. I'd love to hear more of it. Also, I don't know, I just remember this, but I remember when asked earlier if that's a snowboard in the background, and yes, it is a snowboard in the background. It is my Rome Artifact Rocker, which caused me to clip my front edge in February and eat shit and break the shit out of my collarbone. So yeah. But we'll be snowboarding again this winter. I'm not gonna let. I broke this collarbone twice, and Broken the collarbone. Oh, dude, the collarbone is just the absolute worst. You'd have to scroll a while back, but on my Twitter, I posted a pic of the break, and it was a stage 3 break. Now my collarbone is shaped like a shoehorn. It's like it's there, and then whoop, it's not. It's definitely fucking sucked. That was a long recovery. And the worst part about breaking my collarbone when I did is that like I think like not even 3 weeks prior to breaking my collarbone, I had COVID. And then I had a really bad vertigo spell, which had me go to the hospital. Yeah, beginning 2022, not great for my health. It was really shitty luck with some things. But anyway, yes, Plant, you make beats too. Really, it did? Oh, you messed it up in soccer? Damn. I had a buddy of mine that played goalie in college, soccer-wise, and it was like brutal, the training that he had to do. Do you still play, or did you have to do something else? Oh, Devious Machines is really sick. I'm actually going to write that down. Okay. Next up is Dub. Yeah, goalie is horrifying. I gave my friend my friend had a lot of balls to play that role. Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Esports. Dude, you play League? I play League. I'm a Hardstock Gold 3, Gold 2 Jax main. And, despite what the memes might suggest lately, no, I do not like really young women. I don't know how that meme started or ever, but there's this meme going around that all League top laners like only date like really young chicks. Nice. Overwatch was something, I don't know, I like Overwatch, but it's not really my thing. It's like really fucking chaotic. Overwatch 2, nice. Ooh, nice. Dub 3 with the chill lo-fi. Yeah, I definitely relate to the Overwatch toxicity since I play League. Dude, I love that lead. Dude, Dub 3, this is really good. I like this. I love this chopped up lo-fi bit. Dub 3, is this released? Mr. Rogers Lo-Fi. Oh. I think the cover art could just be a sweater, or that train that goes around in this thing. Just released. Dude, yes, I would very much like to add this to my Spotify. I would listen to the shit out of this just while driving and chilling. Thank you for sending this, dude. This is awesome. I love that lead. Great mix. I'd say, I mean, lo-fi is lo-fi, so it's not, you know, super loud or anything. I guess I would want it a little louder. Please do, so I can tell my mom I have one monthly listener. Dude, you know what's crazy about the lo-fi shit, though, on Spotify is that, like, I've had friends that make lo-fi that will, they'll upload a bunch of stuff, and then just randomly the Spotify algorithm will pick it up and throw it into like a huge playlist. Lo-fi really does go crazy on Spotify, like without even like just doing anything, because everyone loves lo-fi. It's like, yeah, everyone loves lo-fi. Yeah, this is fucking great, dude. Yeah, please, please don't link it in this chat. Throw it in my Discord. Throw it in the good music thing. All right, we got another track from Animus Project. Oh, it's not downloadable. Animus, can you real quick, Animus, if you're still there, can you real quick enable downloads on this? Otherwise, I'm gonna do you dirty and do a SoundCloud to MP3 on it. But while that's happening, since I am going on like 3 hours of stream, well, 2.5, I will move to the next one real quick. Oh yeah, the next songs. Oh shit, he literally just did it. Okay. All right, never mind what I was saying. Animus Project, move. Dub 3, if it's another lo-fi banger, yeah, just send it. I'll check it out. I think we've got like 5 songs left. 2 from Xander, which he sent me, this one, and then one more from Dub 3.
Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that
That's a
groove,
fire
all
vocal
you got
sample.
to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move. Dance with that groove, all you got to do is move.
Got to do is move.
Oh, I like that. Woo! This is sick.
All you got to do is move.
Dude, that is sick.
Do is move. All you got to do is move. All you got to do is move.
Real quick, doing a poll. What do we want to listen to? Dub 3, do we want the heavy drum and bass or drum step, or do we want the ambient? Get your votes in. Also, Animus Project, move. Dude, this is really, really good. Mix could use some work. I think you could just find some ways to like level some things out and get a more consistent volume in some elements, but like yeah, I love the arrangement, and like the fake outs are so sick. The great sound design on the lead Yeah. Very, very dope. I don't know why. Oh, it's tied. Wow, it's tied. 1 second. All right, yeah. Is there a metaphorical coin in this poll, or in where is the what's it called? 1 second. Where can I? Oh, that's a really good tip, Animus Project, by the way. Okay, here's what I'll do. I have a coin. Oh, wait. Okay. This is even better. All right. This is kind of dorky, but this is a good way to settle this. Does anyone back in the day play Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay. So, spell or trap. If it's spell, we get ambient. Or no, sorry. Spell or trap. Wait, how would this work then? No, that doesn't. Wait, I don't think that would work. Would that work? Because if you guess right, if you guess wrong, no, because I already know the answer. Okay, that doesn't work. Damn it! I thought that would work. If it's like if you guess the guess. Oh wait. No, this will work. Okay, so if dub 3, because we're saying the metaphorical coin. Well, the problem is that I also have monster cards in my deck. So okay, never mind. We're not gonna do that. That's way too much work. I thought it'd be cool for a second, but that's way too much work. Okay, we'll just flip a coin. I think I have a coin. I don't have a coin. I'm choking. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'll just do. We'll flip on the internet. All right. So heads is ambient. Tails is heavy drum step. It's heads. So we're getting the ambient. So dub 3, send over the ambient track. So how about this? Dub 3, send over the ambient track, but then throw both of them in the feedback section on my Discord. I'd like to listen to it either, regardless. Okay. So yeah, Move Animus Project. That was a fucking banger. Thank you so much for sending that. I believe next, since I do wanna, my throat is starting to hurt. In case I mentioned earlier that I'm kind of working on a cold right now, so it's not great. But this is by our friend Xander. This is a work in progress mix 2. And in case you didn't know, Xander makes the like Anjuna kind of Armada banger trance stuff. Pretty. Xander, I hope you're still here. Oh yeah, this is gorgeous, dude. This is awesome. Here comes. not that bad at all. Not the biggest fan of that snare though. This is really nice, man. I think your hi-hats could be a bit louder. I like how it just abruptly ends right there. No, dude, that's great. No, yeah, mix is not bad at all. For a work in progress, dude, I really like that. Once that's polished up, that's a cry banger. Xander headlines Tomorrowland, you know, that type of vibe. I like that a lot. Great work on that, dude. And this breakdown's really pretty. Let's see, Xander. And then there was another one by Xander. Where is it? There we go. Bootleg remix. Sonin Cry, Xander bootleg, final demo version. Oh yeah, Dub 3 also. I didn't see it in the feedback thing, but make sure you throw the next one in the Thursday feedback. Oh, Kevin got also this one. Okay, I'll just grab it from here, but yeah, next time definitely throw it in the Thursday feedback stream, otherwise it'll be hard for me to grab them. And also, Kevin got I need this to be downloadable. This is really pretty, Xander. I like those pauses a lot. Nice, Xander. I like this one. It's like, it's really chill, but the synths are like, you know, obviously more energetic. Definitely another right up Manjunas. Oh, this is the wrong version? Oh, damn. Is this like the unmastered version or something? I really liked that. Regardless of if it's the wrong version, I can tell it's a great track. I was gonna say some of the feedback that I was gonna say was like the brighter elements didn't sound too bright or whatever. Oh, better mix and build. Okay. Yeah, regardless, dude, it's still a great track. I like it. I like that. I mean, if you say that it's a better mix, then I can just imagine what the better mix would sound like. It's not a big deal. The point is that the song it's a good song that translates well, which this does, I would say. So thanks for sending that again, man. Yeah, Xander always has just the great trance music, which I really, really like. The first electronic music that I really got into was trance stuff. Dub 2, is it Dub 2 or is it Dub 3? I think maybe I typed in Dub 2 on accident. But Dub 2, Eliason Fields. And also, I'm not sure if... Kevin, did you ever make this downloadable? No, you didn't. I would really like to listen to this, but it's got to be downloadable. And I really don't want to have to hit you with the. I don't want to do you dirty with the SoundCloud to MP3. Yeah, Xander. My only feedback for this section for that last track would be just have those synths a bit brighter, and kind of. I know it's like a chiller song, so there's a fine balance to it, but like maybe have the drops hit a little harder. But songwriting wise and song progression wise, everything flows really well. I like the structure of it. All right, Dub 3, Eliason Fields. This. Sick lead, dude. Dub 3 with the great leads. Dub 3, do you play piano? Like, are you playing and recording these, or are you drawing them out in MIDI? I'd be curious to know. It sounds like you're playing them out. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. I come from a piano background as well, or myself. Dude, I really like this too. Is this released? I'll add this to my ambient playlist. Vocals would be killer on this, yeah. Yeah, Dub 3, that was great. Yeah, I don't really have any feedback other than I really enjoyed it, so thank you for sending that. I mean, maybe have the snare a little bit louder, but I don't know. It's pretty subjective at that point. All right, Kevin Gata, I am doing what I normally don't do at all, ever, and I will listen to your song even though the download is not enabled. And the reason why I'm listening to your song because the download is not enabled is because you are subscribing on Twitch, so I'm getting your money. This is awesome. Dude, yeah, Dub3, we do the feedback streams once a month. I feel like that's a good time frame to like let people, you know, write new stuff and get things polished up. Kevin Gata, I don't know if you're still here, but this is really cool. This is really, really awesome songwriting. I'm really glad that I SoundCloud to MP3'd this, honestly. This is great. What's up, Bunker? Honestly, this is a great last song for the stream. Positive vibes. Damn bugger. That's awesome. Tossing empties out the window like a real American. No, it's never responsible to litter, Bunker. If you're a litterer, you're just lazy. Well, caving, is it caving Ada or caving Ada? I don't know. Regardless, I really, really like that. That is a really, really chill. That's the first time I've gotten anything like that on the stream. It's like the indie chill vibe. I wonder, I don't know if that song's mastered or not because you got quite a bit of headroom, but like I think mix wise, I like the arrangement. I like how everything sounds. All the sounds sound great. Maybe you might be able to get a little more brightness out of the mix. And I think during the drop, during the choruses and the main verses, you could have the drums maybe hitting through a bit better, have that snare crack a bit more. But yeah, that was super chill. I really, really liked that. Thanks for sending it, and thanks for being a Twitch subscriber. Because if you weren't, I wouldn't have listened to it. But I'm glad I did. And the only reason I wouldn't have listened to it is because you didn't have the download enabled. So I gave you the benefit of the doubt because you hit me with the Bezos bucks. Oh, but all right, everyone. That was a great stream. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of really, really good music submitted. A lot of like stuff that I didn't really we had stuff all over the place. It was really cool. I really enjoyed everything that was submitted. Everyone sent in great shit. Special shout out to Animus Project and Dub3 for popping in and sharing their tunes. They're really good. I really enjoyed both of your guys' stuff. Bunker, there's no way that you actually made a jam, but I'm definitely gonna end the stream, my dude, because this is going on 3 hours and I got a cold and my throat's all scratchy, and yeah, I know you're joking, man. But yeah, thanks everyone again. That was a really fun stream. We'll do it again in another month. Cold recovery time. I'm gonna be making some chicken soup and probably playing a little bit of COD and then going to bed. For the new people that join the stream, I would encourage you to stick around and hang out in the Discord. I am frequently in there. Since I work from home, I'm always checking out the Discord and listening to stuff that you guys are sending, and we talk shit and have fun. It's a good time. But thanks guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you next month. And also, I haven't announced this yet. It's been kind of announced yet, but it's been kind of announced. But if anyone is watching is in Wisconsin, I'm playing in Madison on the 26th with my really good buddy Fetish, who makes really, really good house music. That'll be a really, really fun show. We're doing it at some really dark, spooky club. It'll be my first time in Wisconsin, so I'm excited for that. But all right, guys and gals, and everyone else, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you all, and have a good rest of your evening and enjoy your weekend. Peace.